good afternoon, ma'am. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Anjali. I'm doing perfectly fine. Everything is all right as I expected. Everything is going on well. Tell me about yourself. Thanks for asking.
That's amazing, ma'am. And today I'm over the moon because I'm talking to a venerable personality, whichever I have been trying for a long time. So thanks for giving me your precious time, firstly. Okay, so I'm telling
Thank you
about
so much.
myself. So I'm Anjali Giri. I'm from Haryana, and about my qualifications, so I have done my B.Ed and graduation and D.Ed, and I have cleared TET exams, which is related to teaching eligibility tests like C-TET, UP-TET, Haryana TET, and nowadays I'm passionate about this language. So my hobbies are to listening, watching everything content in English. So yeah, that's all about it. Thanks for asking.
Amazing. 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 Lovely. So after doing your all technical degrees, I must say, have you started teaching in certain schools?
Yeah, ma'am, I taught for 4 to 5 years, but I have left my job because previous year I was teaching. But now I have one son, so nobody is here to take care of my son. So yeah, therefore I am at home.
Okay. So what do you want? Do you want me to introduce for your
Yeah.
channel? Okay, Anjali. Okay, thank you so much for asking me and letting me introduce for your channel. So I am Manju Mishra, and at present I'm a retired teacher. So if you talk about my qualification, so I passed masters and then I did my NTT and then Bachelor of Education. And since 1990, I was teaching in a school. Okay,
Okay.
but in the year 2022 I got retired, so now I'm a retired teacher. And after retirement I thought of doing something to make myself busy so that I don't feel that I'm doing nothing and absolutely I'm of no use actually. So I started my YouTube channel after retirement, and my YouTube channel's name is Grammar with Manju Mam. There I started uploading grammar contents, but for past 6 months you can say I have started uploading even conversation videos. I found it very interesting because I used to get some time to interact with different people and to know about them. So this is how my journey of retirement going on. And I have a very small family of four: my husband, my two children, and me. If you talk about my hobbies, so yes, interacting with different people and listening to music and gardening. These are my hobbies. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing, ma'am. Glad to hear you. And I would say you are really down to earth lady because so simple. Whenever I message to you or I texted you, so within few seconds you replied me. So I'm really connecting with you. So I'm really over the moon.
Thank you so much. Feelings are more or less mutual. Okay, so I also feel the same. Yeah, because I was wanting to give you time, but some of the other reasons, sometimes you were not available when I was free, and sometimes I was not available. Yesterday, I told you that I'm not free because yesterday we had Tej celebration. Okay, so we keep fasting and then a special puja takes place. And today is Ganesh Chaturthi. So again, but still, I thought no, today we should. Otherwise, this one session will linger on for so many days. Okay, so
Exactly.
this is how we are sitting right in front, and nice to know that you tried so many times. And somehow I'm glad actually that I too could manage some time for your channel. Thank you so much.
So, as you know, ma'am, I'm connecting with you. So, I have prepared some questions for you. If you are really comfortable to give, so I would like to ask you.
Okay, certainly, certainly. You can go ahead. I would love to answer all your questions. Let me see how well I can manage. Yeah.
So, my first question is, ma'am, how did you learn this language? As we are learners, so we are really passionate or we are really desperate about to know about other selves. So, please tell me in short, in nutshell, how did you learn this language?
Anjali, if honestly I tell you, it was never in my guts that I would start speaking English. Never I had thought this, or never somebody had told us in my childhood, I'm talking about, that I need to practice or polish my spoken English. Yeah, English as a subject I was studying in my school days. I studied that. I was interested in English. So yes, I kept English as a subject in my college days also. When it came to apply for schools, because I was very much desperate to work as a teacher or as a doctor. So I could not become a doctor, but yes, I tried to become a teacher. So when it came to apply and to face interviews, then my journey started. Okay. I mean, I started speaking. And as I was good at grammar, and I had everything in my mind, all the rules and all the structure of sentences, active, passive, everything was there in my mind. So I didn't find it very difficult when I started facing interviews. Only difficulty level was that I was less confident. I was not sure whether the question is thrown by the other person. I am answering the same way, same required answer I'm giving or not. That was the problem. I was always doubtful when I'm giving answer whether I'm letting the person know exactly or not. But one or two interviews when I faced, I felt that there's nothing special about giving interviews or facing interviews. Okay. So I just felt if the destiny will take me to achieve this or to grab this opportunity, I'll certainly grab it. Why shall I become underconfident? So I started thinking that I know everything. I must face with great confidence. And then I started thinking that yes, somebody is sitting in front and going to ask me certain questions. I just have to reply. And that's how I started. And then very first interview actually where I gave, I was selected. So I was very happy. I felt that it means I gave all the answers correctly, probably, because that was not recorded that I could have listened once again. Okay. But yeah, it went well. And once I joined the school, then you know that as a teacher, like teacher's life, whole day in the school, I had to speak in English. So that's how English came into my practice.
Okay. Okay, glad to hear you, ma'am. Actually, yeah, it happens with everyone because in my case, so I thought I should learn this grammar perfectly. After that, I will be speaking in English. But in your case, you have started with grammar because you had knowledge of grammar. So after that, you started speaking.
No,
Right?
your time and my time, actually, it's quite different. Okay. In your days, you have mobile, you have YouTube, you have a Skype group, you have WhatsApp group. You can connect with different people. You can hear somebody, no, you can hear so many podcasts. You can even directly converse with different people. But my age was quite different. My time was quite different. We never had all these opportunities, okay, to have mobile or to have so many channels. Just one TV, that too black and white TV with one channel, that is Doordarshan. So we never got those many facilities or those many platforms to learn. Okay. And more than that, that time was not like that everybody was fond of or crazy about learning this language. Okay, so now the demand of the time that everybody wants to learn this language.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so you know that there is English Yari, there is Clappingo, there is Ace Fluency, so many applications and platforms where people can learn. But we never knew, very especially I never knew. I don't know about others at those who are of my age. Okay, so I'm from a typical middle class family. Okay, so I never got these chance, these opportunity. So my case was quite different. I had everything in my mind, so I did not find great difficulty in framing my sentences. Yes.
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 Ma'am, my
Yes.
second question is how would you teach during your school days? Because you were telling you had knowledge of grammar. So before going to classroom, so did you prepare yourself to speak in English with your students or like in Hindi? You used to teach your students.
Okay. Lovely question, Anjali. So yes, I made it a point to apply always in a convent school. Always I tried in convent schools where the culture was totally to speak in English. Only in Hindi class, Hindi teacher could speak in Hindi. So in my case, I had to speak always in English. Okay. So I was not preparing my spoken English. Rather, I was preparing the topic, whatever I had to teach. Okay. So the topic I was preparing, certainly because I had to go in the classroom. So everything I was preparing, I was maintaining my lesson plan. I was preparing even certain ads like chart papers and different things, okay, and then I was entering in the class. So yeah, and that's how my classes were quite interactive and children were quite happy. And even I was very happy. Self-satisfaction is the best satisfaction, actually, I must say. So I was happy that I taught in my classes well. My students understood well and they performed well. So that's how I was teaching in the classroom.
Okay. So what do you think if someone wants to teach in convent school? So before this, they should be like advanced, or they should be like experienced, or fresher can go for teaching English.
Even freshers can go, but if you have done your Bachelor of Education, it means in my time, we had to attend 40 classes. 40 classes we had to attend during our B.Ed. Okay, so if you have taught maybe during your B.Ed only, so you have experience of teaching, you have the idea of facing the students, or even that mock teaching in the empty room you had to teach, you had certain idea that how will you start your topic. Okay, so that's how I had the idea of teaching. It's not about convent school, that a school provides you any method to teach. That's your interest. If you want to prove yourself of, or you want that your students should think about you, that you are the best out of all the teachers, or you are one of them. Okay, and they love you and they love their teaching. For that you need to prepare. Okay, so that's how I prepared and I went and I did well. I'm happy with my teaching, and I hear from my students now they are all settled here and they are in different places. But still, when it comes to Teachers' Day and when they send their messages, then I come to know that yes, they still remember me. It means I had left certain mark in their life.
Right. Okay, ma'am. As I'm very curious, so I have a lot of questions. Like in your school days, have you ever faced problems? Because you are talking about convent school. So have you ever faced problems while teaching someone, or students would ask questions to you? Ma'am, do you know the meaning of this word? Or you are just fumbling, or how would you means face this situation, like if you don't know about that meaning of the word?
True. Okay, so as I had told you, Anjali, that I was preparing lesson plan. So lesson plan means we were preparing that only these two paragraphs are to be taught tomorrow. Then next two paragraphs maybe next day. And that's how lesson plan was being prepared. Okay. So while preparing lesson plan, I used to go through the chapters also. If any difficult word, I used to write in the notebook itself with a pencil, not with a pen, okay? Because we are human beings. Sometimes it happens that word we understand, but coming to the level of students and making them understand is something different, okay? So mostly I was doing this, like I was preparing the chapter, but still, if sometimes it happened like somebody asked me certain word and I did not get, or even certain topic I did not get, I was honest enough to accept that, my dear children, just leave this topic today. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay, I was honest. I never felt that what my children will think of me or what impression they will have about me. I never thought this. I always had in my mind I should be fair in my part. So I used to tell them that tomorrow we'll discuss this topic. I used to come home, then I open book and I used to see everything, then prepare everything. And for one such word or one such topic, I used to prepare 2, 3 synonyms of those things, different ways to explain them so that they can understand. And I was always explaining them with their the examples taken from daily life. So they were correlating the topics very well and they were able to understand things. So I did not feel that if somebody had asked and I could not answer, it means I'm in a great difficulty. No, I never felt that. I felt it's teacher's job to make them understand. And in this teaching process, I have to learn so many things. And I was always receptive. I was always ready to learn. Even today also, I'm ready to learn from anybody. And I say honestly that whenever I connect with anybody, any new person, I learn so many things from them even.
Because students always think ma'am is an English teacher, so she must know each and everything about English.
No,
But
so I used to tell them that, my dear children, nobody is master of anything. First, you feed in your mind this. Okay, nobody, you will not get even one single person whom you can say that he or she is the master of anything. Yeah, there is always some a certain place, certain room to prepare something, to learn something. And that's how it's life is, no, what to say, endless learning takes place in life. Yes, so you have to keep on learning throughout your life.
ma'am,
Yes.
my last question is, if someone wants to commence her own classes, what piece of advices should you give or would you give?
Okay. So, uh, first and foremost, I would love to tell a person who really wants to organize certain coaching or some tuitions at home. First and foremost, you should not simply think that in order to earn some money, I have to do it. First, the person should think that whether you are really passionate about teaching profession or not. Because teaching is not something that you do anyhow or somehow. You should do it in a perfect manner because you are dealing with young generations. So you have a great responsibility on your shoulder. So you should be passionate about teaching. And then once you are into this journey, you should upgrade yourself every day. Every day related to syllabus, related to course, and related to changes taking place, yeah, from the boards. Okay, so that's how a person should always be ready to learn and to upgrade. The mool mantra is this.
You are saying so true. We always should uplift ourselves, whether
That's
I'm at this age or whether I'm at that age. Age doesn't matter.
very, very true, Anjali, very true. Lovely questions you asked, and I hope I could answer your questions nicely. Yes.
Yeah, I'm fully satisfied with your answers. Any questions? Yeah, if you want to ask.
I will certainly connect once again, Anjali, with you for my channel. And I hope that this video goes well on your channel. And then I'll get to know so many things once I'll connect for my channel. I'll ask you many things as you had written certain questions. I will not write certain questions, but certainly I have so many questions in my mind, which I don't want to reveal today itself. So once we'll connect and then we'll go ahead with many more questions. So thanks for reaching out to me and thank you so much for connecting with me. Okay, bye-bye for now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.